Okay, good morning, everybody. This is our Mid-Michigan Library League Advisory Council meeting, the more non-structured one. However, we have structured a little bit at the beginning to have Lauran Gancarz from Transparent Language Online to present, and just a reminder of what everybody has access to for their patrons in the co-op. So we have purchases for everybody. It's probably important to put a link on your website and tell people about it, right, Lauran? Anyway,
exactly.
Welcome, Lauran. I'm
Thanks.
going to change the view to you. Okay, and go for it.
Cool. So hopefully everyone can see my PowerPoint presentation. I'll keep this pretty brief, probably somewhere in the 10 to 15 minute range here for you. Actually, Cheryl, do you see people in the waiting room, or do you need me to admit people?
Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. You know, I'm really bad at that. I can't.
No. You can see them. Okay, perfect. Yeah. Perfect. Yeah, so today I'm just going to kind of run you through some of the updates and changes to Transparent Language Online that we've either recently made or updates that are coming. A few months ago, or maybe it was in the fall of last year, Cheryl, we did a more detailed presentation on Transparent Language Online, and Cheryl recorded that. So if you do need a copy of that to watch and just kind of refresh your memory, she can provide a copy of that. We're not going to go into that today.
And I'll just tell you where it is. It's on the website under webinars, and it's, you know, there's a whole list of archived webinars there. So thanks.
Perfect. All right, so I'm going to just kind of talk to you about some of the new additions that we've made to the program, what types of new content we've added. So recently we added 2 new English language pairings to our offering in Transparent Language Online. If you're familiar with the program or not familiar with the program, Transparent Language Online offers over 118 languages to learn, one of those languages being English. We have English resources for speakers of now 34 native languages. We recently added English for Pashto and English for Dari speakers. So those new English courses are available in our program. The English for Pashto and English for Dari speakers courses are 130 vocabulary focused lessons. So the idea is to teach, you know, basic words and phrases that newcomers from Afghanistan might need to settle in the area. So those include topics such as counting, days of the week, so more basic words and phrases, and they kind of get a little bit more, I'll call them a little bit more difficult in terms of vocabulary words and phrases for meeting new people, visiting a doctor, shopping, both virtually and in person. So there's some great vocabulary words and phrases that we teach. When I actually am not sharing my presentation, I'll drop the links to all of these things that I talked about in the chat area. We have a nice blog post about the new English pairings, so I'll drop those in just a little bit. We've also been adding some new language for professionals courses. So we've added these in a variety of languages. We've added them in Arabic, Portuguese, Spanish, French, just to name a couple. The language for professionals courses are vocabulary courses. They're also conversation based, so teaching things like conversations, vocabulary words and phrases. They also teach grammar as well. These courses are geared towards adults, so adult level learners. They're looking to use the language in a professional setting, but also just kind of use it in their day-to-day life as well. And these topics that are taught include things like sports, friends and family, celebrations, vacation and travel. So a lot of great content and words and phrases that are covered in the program. And those are our language for professionals courses. We've also added some great English reading and listening lessons. So these are advanced level reading and listening lessons for the English language learners in your community. These courses, both the reading and the listening lessons, have about 30 hours of learning material each. They're covering things like vocabulary and grammar in the course. And the courses are, and the lessons in the course, they're based on authentic materials that we've created in working with native speakers. So there's some political satire, some social commentaries, a variety of various topics in them, definitely for advanced level learners. Reading a passage and then answering, multiple choice questions, listening to audio, things like that. So some really fun courses for advanced level English learners. We've also been adding some grammar courses to the program as well. So we've been adding a lot of new grammar content at the request of our library customers. We've added them in a variety of languages, including English, French, Russian, and Farsi. We're adding more in the coming months and this year as well. The levels of content varies just based on the language. So for some languages, we have beginner grammar concepts. Other languages, such as English, we have beginner, intermediate, and advanced. So it just kind of depends on the language and what grammar topics we've actually created so far. But these are great. Within Transparent Language Online, the program does integrate grammar into the learning process as they're going through the content. But we have created some separate grammatical or grammar courses to actually teach various concepts in the program. Big announcement coming soon. If you haven't heard yet, we are adding American Sign Language to Transparent Language Online. I see a lot of faces getting excited about this one. So this is coming soon. We are hoping, I say this, we are hoping for a July 2022 release of this. That may get slightly delayed just based on development resources. So I wouldn't be publicizing it just yet to anyone. But yes, this is coming soon. We partnered with a company, if you're familiar with any of the sign language resources, we partnered with a company called Signing Savvy to create this content. Signing Savvy is a very well known company, and they provide some great resources for learning American Sign Language. So we partnered with them. They have been providing us with the video content, and we are putting that video content into our program, into Transparent Language Online, to teach American Sign Language. Learners are going to go through a variety of different video-based activities. So introducing the sign, recognizing the sign, being able to produce the sign, sign recognition. So we're really excited about this course. It's definitely going to be a little bit different than other courses that you've seen in Transparent Language Online, because this is a video-based course to instruct, sign language. So it's a little bit different, but very cool. And we're very excited to be offering this. We did do a presentation with American Libraries Live. Not sure if anyone was able to attend that, but we did do a presentation with them, and I have a link to the recording that I'll drop that in the chat once I wrap up my presentation. So if you're looking to watch that, you can. That presentation was actually on facts and myths surrounding American Sign Language. And then we talk a little bit about the course at the end. But if you're kind of just looking for some, information on American Sign Language, it's a really great presentation. I think it was about an hour long, but you're welcome to watch the recording and share it too as well. So just to kind of give you a little bit more of an overview about what the American Sign Language course is going to look like. We're launching 2 collections of the course, essentially. So the first collection is going to be the one that launches in July of 2022, approximately, but hopefully in July of 2022. It's going to be 8 units of content, and it's going to include 968 unique videos that teach the alphabet, vocabulary, and sentences. We will have a second collection, hopefully coming later in the year, though that is a little bit to be determined as well in terms of the course structure and the launch of that. But the course, it's providing curated vocabulary put together by Signing Savvy, who are sign language teaching experts. So it's going to be a really great course with pre-designed activities and quizzes to teach the vocabulary, words, and phrases and use them in context. And throughout the course as well, we are introducing deaf culture resources and information into the flow of the learning process. So it's going to be a really great and robust course for American Sign Language. So I also want to just kind of talk about some of the marketing and training opportunities that we have at Transparent Language for you in case you need to promote the resource and just kind of remind you of those. Um, we do have a very robust marketing kit on our website. I believe Cheryl has a link to this on the on your website as well, but just as a reminder, it is there. We have things like logos for your website. We have web banners. We have a lot of social media images and videos. So if you don't have time to create your own images, you need something that's very just easy to download and put right on your various social media platforms, whether that be Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. We do have a lot of images around holidays, times of the year, just more generic images as well. So those are all available on our website, and you're welcome to use as many of those as you need. We also have things, pre-drafted text for either your website. So if you need some text to descriptions for your website, we have those. We have pre-drafted press releases, pre-drafted blog posts. We also have a pre-drafted email content send as well. So if you're looking to put out an e-blast maybe to your cardholders, we have a pre-drafted email already. So if you want to just copy and paste that right into your email template, you're welcome to do that, and add your library's Transparent Language Online URL to that and just go. So we do try and make it as easy as possible for you. And then we do have other handouts on the website as well. Various things that you could print out, like PDFs or bookmarks or anything like that, to spread the word. We also have some upcoming training opportunities that Transparent Language is hosting as well. So we do training opportunities throughout the year. We don't typically do them during the summer months just because of summer reading programs. So we do them winter, spring, and fall. We do have a new set of training opportunities starting in I believe it's late May. So it will run May into June a little bit, but they're going to cover things like getting started with Transparent Language Online, supporting your ELL community, your English language learners, supporting your K through 12 community, your young learners. So what types of content we have for K-12 learners, and then a webinar about reporting and marketing in the program as well. So the marketing piece, I know Cheryl does the reporting, but if you are looking for some marketing ideas or just, what have we done in the past? Those are some great webinars that are coming up. And we do record all of our webinars as well. So even if one of these interests you and you can't attend at that time, definitely sign up for it just to get the recording, and then you can watch it at a later date and time. So that was my 15 minutes. Does anyone have any questions? My contact information is there. I saw some information or some questions coming up in the chat, but it looks like they were more asking about the presentation. So yes, yeah. I will give Cheryl a PDF of the presentation so that you have all of that. But I can grab some of those links for you. I think if I can get those. I just stopped sharing my screen, actually. That's okay. I'll get you those links that I mentioned about some of the new courses and content that we have. But feel free, if you're looking to just unmute yourself and ask questions, I'm going to just kind of pop a bunch of these links into the chat area.
So Lauran, I have a question. My plan, especially once we have we have a high interest in the my mind's not working, sign language.
Yep.
So my thought was to actually offer a program here in the library and then just go through, actually do the project together up on a projector kind of thing together. There's nothing to stop us from doing that, correct? There's no rules about, okay.
Nope, you're welcome to do that sort of, programming, together as a group, if you'd like to. We do allow you to do that. Okay. So you do have that flexibility, which the sign language stuff, because it's the new course that's coming out, because it's video based, that would be a great candidate for doing that, as a group, because you can the videos, you can just kind of keep rewatching those videos and put them up on a screen and do that programming. Yeah.
Well, we thought it would be easier to practice with each other.
Definitely.
Learning than trying to do it all in a little hole. So, okay, that's all. I just want to check on that. Thank you.
Yeah. And and at that same time too, you can kind of encourage people to sign up for an account to learn on their own as well, to continue practicing. That's a really great way to encourage, signups and usage. And it will, that course, I have confirmed that course will work on mobile devices. So, you know, if they have the mobile app installed and they prefer to learn on a tablet or a phone, they will be able to do that. But again, not launched yet. Hoping, like I said, hoping for July 2022, but we will be sharing that information as we get closer to the launch date. I did put links to everyone to all of those resources that I shared. So our blog post about the new English resources, the Vimeo link is the recording of the American Libraries ASL webinar that we did, and then the marketing kit and our upcoming webinar trainings that we have. So those are all in the chat area for you.
So I kind of remember, this is me, Cheryl here. I kind of remember a question that I got from one of the libraries that's not with us right now, but I believe they had a patron asking if they could use Transparent Language Online, which of course online is online, but can they download something and use it when they don't have internet access? That was the question. You know, because we have a lot of gray area, dark areas, gray, whatever areas in our.
Sure. So we do provide the ability for some of the content to be used offline on the mobile applications. Excuse me. We do provide the ability to learn some of that content offline. If you'd prefer, Cheryl, I can actually get you that more specific, detailed information about what can be used offline.
Yes.
I don't have that handy right now, and it kind of varies.
Get with me later. We can talk about that. And
yeah,
post it.
Perfect. That'd be great. One of the challenges with that is just the development on the different mobile platforms. So some platforms, Android and iOS, I believe Android, we have a little bit more capability offline, but with iOS devices, Apple, we do have some downloadable content that they can use offline.
Right. And while I'm talking, I'll have another question. We have a couple affiliate library members. I think Laura, Marion, I'm going to ask you, you have access to Transparent Language Online at your library? Yes, no? We don't know. You don't know. And we have another affiliate on. I can't remember, how do you authenticate? I might have a couple more that we need to add.
Oh, sure. I believe we are authenticating. I can pull up the information
like
here.
Library card number, prefix or something.
I believe it was. We
have one that's not automated and one that is.
Okay. Let me see. Just going into the account now so I can see what that might be. Right now, it looks like we are using barcode, prefix, and length. It's just checking the prefix and length. So it's not actually, you know, we're not using a SIP connection that's checking back on an ILS system or anything like that. Okay. Prefix and length is all we would need in our system. We can support other methods. The tricky part just becomes when libraries are using different methods to authenticate. But yeah, if you'd like to, if we need to add
Emily
someone.
And for Laura, I will get with you and I will do that with Lauren and make sure you have access to this, okay? Because we buy it for everybody to use, and it really isn't being used as much as it, you know, I mean, you know, it's just a valuable tool, and I just want to make sure everybody knows about it.
Mm-hmm. And Patty, I saw your question, what length? So the length of the barcode just depends on whatever yours is. So whatever your prefix and length of your cards are, we can support different lengths.
Patty, you're all set. If you have access to it, I've already done that for you. Yeah. I think it's just a couple.
If we have some libraries that don't have library cards, or if there's like a common like patron ID number, even if they don't have a physical card, that's okay too. We can figure out what that strategy would be. We can also support a range of numbers as well. So if you just have patron IDs, let's say like 1 to 100 or something like that, we can support that as well. We just need to know what that might be.
Thanks, Lauren. I think the first time we set it up, we had a variety of everything. So
yep.
Most people should have access, and you could go and check it. You know, that's probably a good idea, but I will work with the two affiliates. Yay. Any other questions for Lauren while she's with us?
If you do have questions here, I'll just put my you can reach out to Cheryl and she can contact me, or I just put my email address in there. You're welcome to just send me a message, directly too, and I can help answer that for you.
Do have a quick question.
Sure.
And I missed the first part of your presentation, so maybe you already addressed this, but this sounds better all the time, and we're going to, double up on our marketing efforts. But one question is if it's possible for us to measure our own patrons' usage. I know this has come up in the past, and just wondering if that's been addressed.
Yes, that is available now.
Okay.
I believe, and Cheryl, I believe all the statistics that you post them somewhere.
How about oh, wait a minute. That's probably not a good idea, is it? Well, it's like, wait a minute, I want to share my screen in a good way. Let's see. You have to be on the right screen to share a screen. But anyways, it's on the website and it's under the pull down menus and it's just statistics. I think I can't remember. I moved some things around. So in a minute, after we're done recording and everything, I can show you. But I want to, so I'll show you as soon as we say goodbye to Lauren. I'll show you.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, actually, Lauren helps me with those stats every month because they're still working on the, interface for me to do it directly. So it's wonderful that you do it. I'm grateful. Yeah.
Yes, we do. We do. And Cheryl, the past couple of times we've done this presentation, we always get a nice boost in usage, the month after, because everyone goes out, promotes what's new. Hopefully with the American Sign Language course too, once that comes out, you guys will start getting some really nice usage of the program as well.
Thank you so much for your time, Lauren.
You're welcome. I will drop off. And if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me.
All right, I'm going to stop the recording. Thank you.